It's almost 2 a.m. in here, and well, that's my fault. I could have made this sooner, but I don't know. Honestly, I have the same mood as if I was about to say that I'm leaving YouTube or that I am deleting this channel. I have the similar mood, and I just don't know how to get into this topic. I don't know how to address this, you know. And I I am pretty sure this is not gonna come out like very soon. I usually when I make videos like this, when I just talk to a microphone, I make sure to upload it as soon as I can. Basically, but the only reason I do that is because I just want to get it out of the way. Uh, because it's sort of like writing a blog, except you are talking, you're not writing it. So that was my reason up until today, basically. Because I'm kind of tired, and but it's not that. It's not like 2 a.m. It's my normal time. I was going to go to sleep though, and I just I'm just so disappointed. I'm so disappointed. It's just it's crazy how bad how bad I feel about something very stupid, I guess. But at the same time, yeah, I'm really trying to like get into the topic to get it out and be done with it, but I just don't know how to do it. I like just all right. Um, well, let's start with basics. Let's start with like the stupid. This all of it is stupid. Everything about this is stupid. But I guess let's start somewhere. So you know, Atomic Heart is a game that was released from my point of view 1 day ago. Yeah, 1 day ago. Again, I don't know when this video is gonna come out, so it's hard for me to tell you when the game came out, but the point is, it's been out for about 24 hours and I have been playing it for about 12. Uh, I've been playing it since the second I could have possibly, and the funniest part about the game, for me at least, at the start, was that I was being told by, not like personally, right, but like through uh, titles of articles of different posts, just estranged people, right, on the internet. I was being told, do not buy this game, do not play this game, do not contribute to X and Y. And just because of that, just because of that, just that was enough for me to be like, you know what? I've seen, the teasers or trailers or whatever you wanna call it, and I like just how it looks. I just like that enough to want to see what is going on about it. But the fact you keep telling me not to play it for the reasons you are telling me, now I'm gonna fucking play it because fuck you for being such a cunt. And I'm just saying I'm gonna be a lot more, there's gonna be a lot more bad words in this video probably. So just fair warning because like I said, this has upset me so much more than I would have dreamed. So um, Atomic Heart is a game that is very bold in a lot of aspects, and I deeply appreciate almost basically every single aspect of the game and its boldness, and I deeply, deeply respect the devs of the game and the writers of the game, and it's literally every person that laid their hand on this title. I very much respect them. Uh, I just wanted to get that out of the way. I didn't finish the game yet, so when it comes to the story, I can't judge it. Part of the reason I didn't even make this video up until now is basically I just wanted to wait for me to get through the whole game and to understand, everything about the game before talking about it, basically. But I'm not really talking about the game right now. This video is about just how literally politics are destroying something just great, something like that is just worth your attention, worth your time, and worth your money. And the fact that somebody made a game like Atomic Heart, and somebody like me endorsing that game and that title and telling you just objectively go pay for the game and play it because it's a great fucking game. Just doing that puts you in some people's perspective. Just doing that puts you in like a spot where I'm just now supporting Russia, or I'm supporting the idealisms of communism, like stuff like that. It's a fucking game, you absolute idiots, you absolute fucking retards. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. I would love to be the kind of person that doesn't have to use words like that. I would be a better person for it if I was able to formulate the way I feel right now without using these words, because I understand even in context and even without the context, a lot of people dislike hearing these words. So I'm sorry if you're one of them. Unironically, that's not a sarcasm from me. I wish I was a better person than I am, but I am what I am. I am how I speak. That's me, and this is the best way I can say it. It's insane. Um, I not long ago, like 10 minutes ago, right? I have Googled because the only thing I realistically knew about the situation was from all the titles. Like I said, I browsed it a lot, so I see these titles occasionally. And right before the release of this game, I was looking forward to, by the way, uh, just before the release of this game, a lot of people, a lot of YouTube titles, right? A lot of just news articles are saying the same thing. Do not support this game. Do not buy this game. Don't play it. And a lot of people agree with that. A lot of people agree with this without playing the game, which basically means there is information behind the scenes outside of the game, outside of the video game. There is information that has nothing to do with the contents of the video game that is enough for so many people to just say, we are not going to buy the game, and we are going to just yell at everybody else who is playing the game that they are supporting Russia and stuff like that, right? Which obviously at the time of war, basically, right? Like Russia invading Ukraine, right? And but like even if they weren't, still a lot of people consider supporting Russia or communism or USSR or what have you. All these things, they consider that a bad thing, right? So even if Russia wasn't doing what they are doing right now, it will still be a bad publicity. But the fact that all of that is happening too is even worse, right? So all of that uh, contributed I have googled what is the problems with the game, what people have problem with, and the number one thing that comes out is that there has been some accusation, and I would love to say a word that is much more hard hitting than accusation. But like English doesn't have word that is stronger than accusation. And in today, right? In today's terms, accusation is just enough for, facts to be transcribed, basically. Uh, there has been accusation that somebody involved in the project in creating Atomic Heart is made the game somehow. They made the game so it can harvest your data and it can, you know, send it to Russia, and they will fucking now they know my IP, and I don't know what the fuck would Russia have even want to do with it, but apparently it's fucking important to them. Like, just insane brain cells are firing left and right, you know. But the thing is, this doesn't matter if it sounds insane, if it's insane. It doesn't matter how many, you know, people with brain actually explain to you why that's not happening, and even if that was happening, it would be irrelevant and it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter because, like I said, accusation is just that's enough. That is enough, and you know that thought on its own, I was expecting that because that's where we are today. Is just that's it. That's enough. If this game was not about what it is about, right? Because the Atomic Heart is set in, well, to be honest, I don't actually remember. I don't have the exact information to give you, even though I have played the game for a very long time now, like I said, for about 12 hours now, maybe 10, I don't know. But I don't remember. I can't give you the information exactly, but it's basically about, the main character is like, this Soviet Russia basically, right? And it's still going on in like the 19 something 1970s, 1940. I don't know, whatever. That's not the point, right? But the point is, this is like, what if the Soviet Russia was like super advanced and they had robots and all that. It's literally just like it plays on the note of Bioshock in a way, that there is like huge advancements in areas that are not possible. uh but it's like it's sort of like that's the joke. Like, it of course it's not possible, but let's explore the angle, right? The same thing that we have done with the reboot of Wolfenstein, what Bethesda did with the new Wolfenstein games, except uh, that's a game about American killing Nazis, so that's fine, right? Because it's good guys versus bad guys. But oh shit, if we flip the tables and just explore that angle, fuck them all of a sudden. Like, this whole this is what I this is what got me so upset, to be honest. It's like just the hypocrisy of people who I know, gamers or people who play games in general. The majority of the vocal majority of the people who are talking and thinking things are dumb children who don't know any better. But believe me, between the people who are just stupid, there are adults that are even dumber, and they will never advance in their intelligence anymore. They are stuck being stupid. And that just worries me. And it's not just it scares me, because I've seen people being really stupid in the past, so I know they exist. But similarly, Hogwarts Legacy, right? That's the Harry Potter video game that just came out just like a few weeks ago, maybe even less than that. Uh, Similar controversy, but like not the same one, obviously. But there's like the J.K. Rowling thing, the transphobic stuff. I have no idea because I didn't play the game and I didn't research about the controversy because that's all it is. It's just people doing and saying stupid shit just so they are interesting, but I don't know who the fuck is interested, but it's just that just this fucking this it it's not like it triggers me. I would even like to say trigger. It's not. I'm not triggered. It's like I'm so sad. You don't even know how sad it makes me. You know what? It would make me less sad if the game wasn't so good. I have played BioShock, and this game is better. Like, I'm sorry, I have so much more fun with this game than I had with BioShock. It's fun. Graphically, the game is amazing on Unreal Engine 4, which, like, I've played games on that engine and it can look good, but this game legitimately looks like it's on Unreal Engine 5. It looks so nice. It plays well. I had a couple of crashes. It happens first day of release. Like, I think every game I've ever played on first day crashed at least once. Uh, I have stable frames. It's optimized very well for first day release. Uh, game mechanics, dialogue, just the fact the game swears constantly, and it's even like there's even controversy besides the Russian bullshit. There's even controversy that it's way too much like you know how you call it, like there's profanity, right? But then there's a lot of adult themes. There's a lot of like uh just dialogue and language, all these things. Just well, if you see some of the shorts I've posted about the game already, you can understand what I mean. And I mean, you can literally go on my channel right now and click on some of the shorts from the game, and you will see what I mean. And the thing is, everything for me, right? Everything is on the table as long as it's there for a purpose and for a reason, and it's on theme with what you are doing. The game has very clearly its own style and its own vibe, and it's playing off of its own style and vibe. You are supposed to fucking do these things. That's proper game development, that is proper writing. They are not afraid of doing so many things, so many people, so many video game devs or movie directors would be so scared of doing. And they are doing it to something that I would, to my grave, consider a triple A title, which Atomic Heart absolutely is a triple A title. So something that is so on the radar right now, such a great game to play, I have so much fun with it. I wouldn't even believe it if I told myself how much fun this game actually is. And still, when I Google it, when I see what people say about it, all I see is people are boycotting playing, even trying to play this game. You can literally play it for free right now if you have the Game Pass. There's no, I don't know how do you think Microsoft would even let something like this happen? Like, do you really think Microsoft is leaking my data to Russia? Do you have any idea what could happen if that was true? Like, whatever. I don't wanna have the argument because whoever thinks it's actually true, just there is no help for you. You are done. Just you are stuck at 80 IQ and nobody will help you. That's it. So I'm not gonna address it anymore. But the thing is, if this game was mediocre, I wouldn't even give a fuck about it. I would play it, maybe. I would maybe even stop playing it. I didn't even buy it, so I don't really care that much, right? I would stop playing it if it wasn't like good enough. But the game is so much fun. It's so explorable. Uh, the all the cutscenes are great. Uh, there's this vibe that is really strange because, like I said, it's like it's kind of like BioShock in that strange, like, kind of steampunk way, but at the same time, you see things sometimes and you are like that's like a Kojima game. I have no clue how this works. I have no idea who comes up with the ideas for some of it. It's insane, right? And I don't know. Maybe I'm completely alone in the world about this, but this is exactly what I would love a game to be like if it if it is in its own realm, right? If it sets its own standard, then it goes through the story with that vibe, with that motion, with like, you know, our main character constantly swears, smoke cigarettes, shoots things, and it exactly how you would expect it looks, and that is just it's great because nothing seems off even though there are things happening in the game that are so weird, but you are not phased by it because it makes sense within the borders of the game, because we have been made to expect the level of weird we are seeing. And I don't know, I'm sorry, that's just it's awesome. It's amazing to me. And I love when games do it. I love when movies do it. I love when shows do it. This is how you are supposed to be doing this. You're committing to something you have created. And that's great. That's something we should admire. That's something that we should seek. And when it happens, we should praise it. We should put it everywhere. That hey, somebody have released a game that is off the charts in terms of just like free will, basically. There are so many themes, so many things, so many dialogue options, so many things that happen in the game that can be controversial, rightfully. And yet the game is controversial about something that is completely outside of it. It's it's a controversy with the development team, not with the game. Why are we dragging politics into video games? And yeah, that's I guess that's kind of just what I mean. Like this game will definitely not be like everybody's cup of tea, and I'm sure that that's normal, right? Like there are, like I said, there's a lot of things that don't make sense if you are one of those people who hate Russia, or if you come from the era and you remember the era of like Soviet Union. I can understand why this game could make you feel uneasy. uh, some people may even almost rightfully even say that this game is like uh, clouded, hidden Soviet propaganda. I guess you could say it. The thing is, though, it's on point with the theme of the video game. It's on point with the story. So I will be okay with the controversy being, hey, this game is, a propaganda for the USSR. It's still kind of dumb to say, considering if you know that, you probably played the game, so you probably know why it is like that. But you know what? If any controversy this game should be in, it's that, because there is a lot of those themes in the story, in the game. But fuck, it's still so much fun to play. It's so much fun to just watch this game play out. Everything. There's so much work done. So much work done in this game. And so many people won't ever see it because of just the culture it's in. Just because our generation, or your generation, my generation, I'm hoping isn't this stupid to believe this, but I'm sure somebody who is, say you're like 15, 18, something like that, and you have been hearing for like 2 or 3 years now about how Russia is basically evil, and how they're killing, now they're invading Ukraine, right? And they're killing civilians, all these. I've heard all the things you have heard about them. You think like I'm being biased for Russians? Like, you're out of your mind. I'm in the middle of Europe. If they're gonna invade Ukraine, they are fucking gonna eventually invade somebody else there, and I'm fucking next door. Like, calm down. I don't love Russia at all, but that's not gonna stop me playing a fucking game because the game is so cool. It's so cool. It's so much fun. And I was worried. One thing I was worried about is that when I've seen the teasers, the trailers even for this game, I thought it looks really cool, but I thought that they are probably baiting. They're probably like showing something that will only happen once in the game, and once that happens in the actual game, it's gonna be like super like linear or something like that. I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't think the game will be so consistently so weird and so cool throughout the whole time. Like I said, I didn't finish the game yet, but I'm just saying I've been deep enough to see that they are going for the whole time. They are really keeping up this just so strange vibe that somehow works. And yeah, this is by no means a fucking review of Atomic Heart. I think we can all agree. But I'm just saying I didn't give a fuck about the controversy with Hogwarts Legacy because I don't really care for the Harry Potter universe. I was never the kind of person. I don't do magic that much. That wasn't my area, and I still think it's fucking dumb if you think you're not gonna play the game because J.K. Rowling's something. That person has made her paycheck way before the game started being developed. She has no clue and nothing to do with the game whatsoever, and you still won't play the game because you're afraid to give her money. She already has your money. She already has your money for like 4 years now. Calm down. You are not supporting the actual people who spend so much time developing something and trying to make everything lore accurate, and you're not gonna support people who actually care about Harry Potter instead of just stuck in your own mind caring about what one person thinks instead of what the hundreds of people working on the game think. And this is the same fucking thing. This is the studio that made Plague Innocence, or Plague, the second Plague game is called something else. Like, that game was just so universally liked. I played the first game. I didn't care for it that much, but I've definitely seen why people like it. It's cool game, and this studio made this game. But oh, now it's about Russia or Soviet Union, so now we have to fucking not play it. Like, what, how, where's that coming from? It's bizarre that out of all the games right now, you wouldn't play a game like this. Because this game is so much fun. It's so much fun. I can't even, I can't exaggerate how much fun this is, even if I wanted to. And that's the only reason I'm making this video. That's the only reason this video is 30 minutes long and nobody watches it. And I don't care if nobody fucking watches it. This is for me. This is my personal therapy, so I can go to bed knowing I fucking said my piece about it. And if nobody cares, then nobody cares. I will not change anybody's mind. If you honestly think, and you thought up until now, that buying Atomic Heart in any way does something to Russian government, I'm not gonna change your mind with a fucking 30-minute video. 30 hours wouldn't be enough. You are lost. Your mind is just lost. You are beyond help. And so, like, yeah, this is just for me to calm down. And I don't feel any more calm than I was when I started, but I guess it's good to know that the things that were like swarming in my head now have some form. So that's my peace of mind, I suppose. But it's just, out of all the things, out of everything we do to one another, of all the terrible things, and we do all the terrible things you can imagine. We are rude to each other, there's sexism, racism, all these things, the transphobic people or whatever all these things, like, just it's not even about the specific things, but just not being decent to each other on a daily basis, right? That's enough for people to get divided about everything, about anything, you know. Politics, another big thing that divides people for no reason. Can we just steer clear from things like video games or like just entertainment in general, movies, shows, games, books? Can we not just look at politics side of just fantasy writing in general? This is not a documentary. This is for you to have fun with. And I promise you, you will have so much fun with this game. Just don't look for some kind of excuse to hate it. Because you will totally find reasons to hate it, but you will find reasons to hate anything. And this deserves the money, and I didn't even pay for it. My only regret about playing this game that I didn't actually pay money for it because I had it for free on Game Pass. I would totally pay for this game if, you know, if I knew how good it is. And the biggest problem for me right now is that that was me going in knowing that I will have open mind about it. Now there are people out there who have Game Pass but won't install this game even because they are worried that, you know, they will support Russia or that Russia will spy on them. Like, just, I don't know. My throat hurts and I'm tired just from talking about this, and I think I'm done. This, by the way, this is 30 fucking minutes of me just rambling. Nobody gives a fuck. Man, at this point I don't care either. So it's just me saying it's gonna be sitting on my disk, and I hope I won't delete it because I've done it like 14 times with different videos before. So I really want this on my channel. I just don't know when will it be because I honestly don't know if I will even care to actually put it through editor and make a video out of this and post it. I hope I will because, I mean, this is the most important video I could have on my channel and probably the longest. I you know what, this may sound fucking sad to some of people out there, but I consider video games one of the most important parts of my life. And ironically, it's been with me as long as I remember, basically, and so many memories that I enjoy recalling out of my life come from playing games, especially story games. And it's just seeing this, just this hate towards something like this, something so great to play without having no other contexts or reason beside that you wanted to jump on bandwagon of hate created by people, created by some accusation somewhere for no reason, just because I guess they felt like it. It's just mind numbing, and it's aggravating. It makes me sad, and it's just I just honestly hope I will not live long enough to see the generation that creates accusations and controversies like this to take over, because we have seen that with the cancel culture, right? I just hope that's not gonna, you know, I hope that's not where that is heading, because you can accuse anybody from anything, and it doesn't matter if it's proven wrong or right eventually, because the damage is done, and obviously the damage to this specific title is done already as well. And I, you know what? I only wish and hope that they make second Atomic Heart, and I'm just afraid to think that maybe because the controversy happened, maybe the sales didn't go as well as they could have. Maybe they won't make a second game, and that just, yeah, I don't know. That just makes me so fucking sad, and yeah, not gonna lie, it makes me angry too. So yeah, I think I'm done. Hey, so you've made it to the end of the 35-minute video. Well, congratulations, if that's any consolation prize for you, but more importantly, I just, this is me about 2 or 3 days later when I finished making this video, and I felt like that video didn't end on too much of a positive note, and that's fine because honestly, that was never gonna happen. This topic, I imagine I will be covering it again at some point. I definitely don't want to, but I feel like it's just heading that direction and there's something you can do about it. But I did want to sort of address one thing that didn't come out that clear in this video, I guess, is that this video is less about Atomic Heart, which is a great game that I just wish everybody tried. I don't know. But more importantly, there are things that I wish politics didn't affect and didn't, change the way games specifically are being made, are being marketed, but most importantly, being looked at. Because video games shouldn't be a tool the way everything else basically is these days. And recently, I actually seen a tweet from J.K. Rowling. Just to be clear, I don't go on Twitter, so I don't know if this is legitimate tweet or a meme or fake tweet. But even if it's fake tweet, the point still stands, and I just wanted you to see it that clearly both controversies with Hogwarts Legacy and Atomic Heart were to some extent, to some degree, artificial, and they were made on purpose as a marketing tool, which is something that I have known from the start because uh, it's unbelievably stupid to think that uh, community, like video game community with people who play video games, who like video games, making videos on video games, would come up with things so vile and stupid as the controversy that happened with Atomic Heart. But it like goes to show, at least in my opinion, it goes to show that this definitely helped Hogwarts Legacy to, get more money out of people. And, if you wanna call it hate watching or hate playing, it's apparently something that we are just heading towards, because if this worked in a significant number of money, then it will be happening again, and I just feel disgusted by that idea in general, that we are gonna use people's just gentle uh, soft brains to capitalize on them and say, you know boycott this game, don't play this game is bad. Sorry, this game is bad, just to see if people will get interested, because apparently we have run out of ideas to get people interested in games on their own. Now we need to include that controversy. So long story short, I don't want to make this video any longer than it is already, but I wanted to end it with more of a, I the video I was making, not like this one, right? I was making at 2 a.m. So I wanted to end this on the note of like, oh, this is me from the day or 2 days after, and I'm not depressed. I'm mad about it, but I'm definitely I don't feel as shit about it as I did when I made the video. Uh, I am purposely not looking out at scores. I didn't look up the meta score for Atomic Heart. I don't care what people think about it. I don't care what people are going to say about the game, the story, the themes, any of it. I have played the game. I I truly wish I have paid for it and not, played it through Game Pass, simply because if there is gonna be a DLC, I will probably need to. I don't know how it works with Game Pass. I don't think I can just buy DLC on top of the free game, so I feel like I'll have to probably go to Steam again, do all that shit, maybe even probably have to replay it again, which I wouldn't mind replaying the game again, but that's kind of annoying. But that's my only regret is that I didn't buy the game, which is so ironic considering the boycott and everything. But it's just that game. That's the last thing I will say about it. I promise. That game was the most unique and creative thing I've played. Uh, Maybe even since Death Stranding. Even though I feel like Death Stranding is more like be weird and not make any sense for the sake of not making any sense. Whereas Atomic Heart makes a lot of sense just when you watch the trailers, the initial trailers for Atomic Heart, or maybe just the gameplay trailers, you have no clue why is happening the things that are happening. Whereas when you actually play the story, you will get to know reasons for a lot of things, for almost everything. And that I appreciate, and that is something like I can always work with. I can always play it again. I can always recommend it. So I don't know. I wouldn't go below 9 out of 10 for Atomic Heart personally. Just such a great enjoyment from this video game. So yeah, I that's final end of the video. I promise. Uh, See you in the next one.